Welcome to Crochet HD. I'm your host, Jackie. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. You're a one-hit wonder. I'm glad you're here. If you are a repeat offender, a member of the GlamFam, celebrate the moments of your life
with General Foods International Coffees.
I tickle myself. This is an unboxing of the first yarn purchase of 2024. What is today? I don't know. It is almost July.
What?
But if anybody is keeping count, I technically placed the order on January 10th. So I went 10 days. I'm proud of that. My first order is international. But I didn't just go to Canada, although yes, there will be some Canada purchases this year, obviously. I went down under. I apologize for that horrible attempt at an accent. I was telling myself not to say it, and then I said, you mean don't say this, and then I said it. So this order comes from New Zealand. Uh-oh. It's in a box. It's in a box, y'all. It's in a box, y'all. It's in a box, y'all. So this comes from a company called Skeinz. And I just want to say that it took me far too long to pick up on the cleverness of their name, because see how it's spelled? In New Zealand, and Skeinz ends with NZ. Anyway, thought it was cool. Toot cool. And here we go. Also, if you hear that noise, I figured I would set the mood and put on the fan because my friends down in New Zealand are experiencing summer. And it just so happens that right now, I am also experiencing summer. Like my shirt. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I only got 4 skeins because, you know, this is my first time experiencing New Zealand yarn to my knowledge. So I was just dipping my foot in the pool. So what I ended up with is I got 2 skeins of this. It says this is a Skeinz limited edition yarn. It is a remnant or one-off, so please purchase enough to complete your project. Probably should have read that ahead of time. 50 grams. It just says random print 2-ply, which is a fingering weight. 100% wool, 357 meters. Cool, gentle washing machine, dry flat in the shade. And I got 2 of these. I feel like this year I might be sort of tapping into my, like, impressionists sort of thing. This reminds me of Monet. Is it Monet? No. Water lilies. Who did water lilies? Is that Monet? No. One of the impressionist artists. Feels like Monet. And the second one I got is Merino Soft Baby 4-ply. Okay. Holy cow. This is so weird. Okay, I'm just going to continue to read. It is a 50-gram ball, 4-ply, which is fingering weight, 178 meters approximately. This is 100%, it's 100% merino, and the gauge is 28 by 36 on 3.25 millimeter needles, gentle machine wash. The name of this yarn, I got 2, is Renoir Print Water Lilies. Oh, I was wrong. This one is not fingering. This is lace weight. I see, again, now that I have spoken it, that I am apparently doing impressionists this year, that would be kind of cool. Like a Van Gogh shawl and a Mary Cassatt shawl and a Monet shawl. And I keep running out of names of impressionists shawl. But that would be actually kind of cool, like one for each season. Monet would definitely have to be the spring because, I mean, I don't think anybody does spring quite like he does. I'm gonna go break out my impressionist artist book. We're doing this. I know I have my calendar inspiration, but you know what though? I'm using my calendar inspiration for my squares for the Hip to Be Square Mal. So this is working. I may have just added extra work on me, but when you have ADHD and you have an idea, you just kind of run with it until it runs out. Speaking of ideas that you just have to run with, y'all did see, pardon. This is an emotional support chick. I'm not going to say chicken because the Knitting Tree LA created a knit emotional crochet, no, emotional support chicken, and it's a kit. It comes in a bag and it looks like you would buy chicken in. It's such clever packaging, and you know, knit, and they have different names. They're all like celebrities, and they've sort of chickenized their celebrities' names, like Zach Efron and Jennifer Lopez, things like that. So when I saw those, and then I saw so many of the knit YouTubers with their emotional support chickens, I was like, wow, I'd really like that. Then I remembered I have a knitting machine. So after a few hours, this is my second one. My first one is Hen Manuel Miranda, and she's in the bed. This is Hen Ann, named for my evil twin from Nina's Knots Crochet. And I gotta tell you, she is something else. I will pop in a picture so you can see her shenanigans. I am planning on doing a tutorial for how to make this, but I want to test out 2 more versions. I want to see if I can do it using, what am I trying to say? I want to see if I can do a traditional crochet version of this, so that way all of the GlamFam, whether you knit, crochet, or crank, you'll be able to make one should you desire. And each one I've made 3. I tell you, I got an idea and I just couldn't let it go. I've made 3. The third one I made was for Not Hetty, and Not Hetty is a Swiftie. And this is Taylor, the Yoke Lore Cardigan. That one was fun to make. So yeah, be looking for a tutorial coming this year. I really want to get it out there. I didn't invent this. I took an idea and sort of went with it, made some tweaks, and each version seems to be better than the previous version, which is awesome. My evil twin chick. Wow. Don't forget squares, 2 squares a month for the whole year. Hip to Be Square Mal. No, did y'all hear that Huey Lewis is, that Broadway, there's a Broadway musical that is coming out soon, and it has something to do with Huey Lewis, but it's called The Heart of Rock and Roll Broadway Musical. Y'all, if I'm just saying, I've made the world aware that Huey is still there. Wow, look at me, waxing poetic. It's kind of cool that, you know, he's kind of getting a resurgence in 2024. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention the pricing on the yarn. It is not on my packing slip, but when you do the conversion from New Zealand dollars to US dollars, it's quite substantial. I mean, it's a really good discount. Their sales, you know, because we're in opposite seasons, so it's kind of cool. Right now they're having like their, what do you call it? Not closeout, but they're, you know, big summer blowout. Yeah. So you can get like summer yarns at a lower price because they're switching into fall season. The shipping, while at first it can feel, it will give you like some slight lightheadedness and some heart palpitations. Again, when you realize the conversion rate, it's not that bad. I know that the next time I order, I will order more, and hopefully the shipping won't jump up too much, but I think the shipping was maybe $18 US, maybe something like that. It didn't seem like it was that bad. I ordered on the 10th of January and it took, well, let's see, Jackie. You do the 10 and then you do that, right? And then you play to your elbow. 16 days to get here. Not bad. Do not adjust your sets. It is lopsided because I was told as I was making it that it wasn't going to be so bad if the stitching didn't line up. I love the fit of it. It's gorgeous. Let me think, if I remember the name of it, I'll put it here. It was a test that I did last spring or summer, and the yarn I used is Nordica. Is it Premier Nordica, where it makes like the, you know, intarsia type stitch or print, and the stitch I used was the linen stitch, and it made it work so well, even though, you know, you can tell that the yarn was designed for knitting. Speaking of which, I knew I was going to talk too much. I'm so sorry. The Red Heart Granny Square yarn. Can we discuss that for just 1 second? I don't have any because, you know, I don't like Red Heart, but I was like so excited when I'd heard about this Granny Square yarn where you don't have to do them in pieces, you don't have to do them in. Everybody that I have seen crochet with that yarn to try to make a granny square has failed badly. And it's like, oh, you know, you have to try it a couple of times before you get it right. No, because I'm pretty sure somewhere on the label it says like something like take the stress out of making granny squares. Obviously that is not true. However, I did see a beautiful square made with that yarn, but it was knit. And you know what that tells me? Once again, the printed yarn was made for knitters and not crocheters, which, okay, we can kind of accept that lot in our life when we're dealing with other yarns, but when this one specifically says granny square, I mean, granny square is like OG crochet. You don't know how to do, if nothing else, but if somebody says granny square, you already know that is 100% crochet. So why wouldn't they make sure that you could use that yarn straight out the gate making a granny square? That is so infuriating. And tons of people ran out to buy it because why? Because they're thinking the same that I did. Yes, finally, we have our own crochet lined out yarn and it'll make granny squares. It'll make it so much easier. And the colorways are actually rather cool. But nobody's got time to sit and recrochet 5 times just to get a granny square. If you knit, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful in knit. This is supposed to be our yarn. With that, I will say this. If you'd like to stick around, become a member of the GlamFam, you can do that by clicking that subscribe button. No, that subscribe button. No, that subscribe button. And don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie.